Hello live wires, Heather Boyd Wire here.
Today I'm making a wire wrapped glass pendant. I'm using 21 gauge square and half round German style wire from Beadalon. It comes in a practice kit. I'm using a small stained glass nugget and the Beadalon Glimmer Series nipper tool, their nylon jaw pliers, their round nose pliers, and their slimline chain nose pliers. So this is the Beadalon German wire. It comes in a kit with the square and half round wire. On the back there is a hardness gauge to see that this is a half hard wire. We're going to start with 3 pieces of about 12 inches of the 21 gauge square wire and wrap it with 21 gauge half round wire. So we're going to wrap it around about 3 or 4 times. You could even work straight off the roll if you prefer not to cut small pieces. We're going to pinch it in place, make sure it's nice and tightly coiled, and then we want to clip those ends. So with your flush cutter or the nipper tool, we will clip off those ends. So they're going to be underneath, and then you can pinch it in again with the nylon jaw pliers or some flat nose pliers. Make sure it's nice and snug. And then we are going to separate the square wires and pull them out. You can use the flat pliers or chain nose pliers to hold it as you spread the wires. So we're just going to round the wire around the glass nugget, just around the sides, around the like a round form there, and then we're going to curve out the wires, so we're going to have something to grip that cabochon. So the center wires go up and the outer wires get curved around. This wire is pretty easy to work with. I'm just curving it with my fingers, and we're going to just check the position of the curved wires with the cabochon in place. You can also make this with a larger cabochon. I'm using this small size glass nugget, and we're just going to keep adjusting those wires until they're the position you want, and then we're going to bend them up, straight up at a right angle, just bending the outer wires straight up, so they're going to line up with that inner wire. So do the same on the other side. Bend the wires straight up, just holding the wire with the chain nose pliers and bending the wires up. So now we're going to have to attach the 3 wires together again with a half round wire. You can either work off the roll or just cut about 2 or 3 inches. And then we're going to wind it around about 3 times. And that's going to hold the square wires in place. So just make sure it's nice and snug and the square wires are one beside the other. Then we can clip the ends with the nipper tool or the flush cutters, and we can pinch them in place. So we're winding the wires together just above those curves, and just keep pinching them in until they're firmly in place. And then we need to do the same on the other side. So we're going to line up those wires, pinch them so they're flat together, not overlapping, they're right beside each other, and the half round wire will help to hold them in place, making sure the flat part is against the square wire and the round part is towards the outside. This is really handy to hold the square wires together We're going to wrap it around a few times and then clip the ends. I'll link up some other videos I have using the square and half round wire as well. And we're going to pinch down those wires so they're nice and firmly in place. Just keep adjusting. Pinch them in a little more to tighten up that coil. And now we're going to separate the outer wires again. So just pull them out at an angle, keeping the middle wires straight up. And we're going to just hold the coil and bend the wires out. So now we can slide in the cabochon. It'll hold in place because of the curved wires. And we're going to bring the center wire around to hold the cabochon in place, making sure it's firmly in there. Hold it tightly. Bring the wires around, the middle wires, and then get your chain nose pliers to bend them up at an angle at the center top. So those middle wires are right up to the top and then straight up at an angle. And we're going to curve the wires towards the top. So just keep adjusting it. And then we're going to clip the ends. And we're going to form a coil with one of the wires. And you could pinch in that coil with the nylon jaw pliers and just bring that coil in. And this is just going to hold the cabochon in place. There's many different finishes you can do with this basic weave of the cabochon. This is just one way to finish it, but you can use your creative license with it. Just going to do a couple of spirals and just bring it right in. And then with the flat nose pliers or chain nose pliers, just finish up that coil, that spiral, and pinch it in place. And that's going to sit in the front to hold the cabochon in place and to give it a more decorative look. So now we're going to get another piece of the half round wire to wind the remaining 4 wires together. Just hold them tightly. Make sure those wires are beside each other and bring the half round wire all the way around to hold them all together. And then you can clip the end, pinch it in, clip the other end, and just pinch it in place. You can use the nylon jaw pliers to push it down a little bit more. And then the 2 outer wires we're going to clip a little shorter to about a little more than an inch. Could be a little longer if you like. And then get the round nose pliers to form some spirals. Do the same on the other side. We're just going to start the spirals with the round nose pliers. Flick of the wrist, you just bring the wire around, and then with the nylon jaw pliers, just continue bringing the spiral in. Do the same on the other side. Just pinch and turn. These nylon jaw pliers are really handy for making these spirals. So bring it right in. You can use the chain nose pliers to bring the spiral in a little bit more if you want it a little tighter. Just keep going back and forth with your tools. And then we're just going to clip the rough ends of the other wires. And I'm going to use my bail making pliers to bring the end down into a very simple coiled bail. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Just keep bringing the wire down into a coil until it matches up with the other one. So we have a wide coil here that we can slide a cord through. And we just want them to line up. Adjust it until they're lined up straight across. Use the flat nose pliers or chain nose pliers to do some last minute adjustments. Here's the finished pendant made with the square German wire. You can transform this design into a ring by turning the long ends around a ring mandrel, and I'll link up a tutorial below for another ring made with the square wire.
So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and funky jewelry. I also have a mailing list, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook.
You can get the templates in my Etsy DIY shop. Be sure to use the coupon code SAVE25 to save 25% when you purchase 5 or more templates, tutorials, or ebooks in my shop.
So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.